Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best hybrid smartwatch.
Starting at number 5.
Garmin vivomove Sport. If all you want is simple fitness tracking and notifications in a more subtle device, the $179.99 Garmin vivomove Sport is a great, affordable option. It looks like a Swatch, complete with real analog hands, but has a hidden OLED for notifications. Basically, if you don't want people to know you've got a smartwatch on, a hybrid smartwatch is the way to go. Plus, it's compatible with both iOS and Android if you want to reserve the option to switch between both ecosystems. You are giving up certain smart features, like contactless payments, digital assistants, and built-in GPS. The hidden display can deliver the basics, like notifications, the time, and basic health stats. However, what it lacks in smarts, it makes up for with battery life. You get an estimated 5 days on a single charge. On the fitness front, it's an accurate tracker despite its lack of built-in GPS. As for health tracking, you get access to a ton of in-depth data from Garmin's platform.
Coming at number 4.
Mobvoi TicWatch Pro 5. Mobvoi's TicWatch lineup has its devoted fans for a reason: super long battery life. The $249.99 TicWatch Pro 5 is no exception. It's got an estimated 80 hours of battery life with standard use, a secondary ultra-low power display, and a massive, for a smartwatch you wear on your wrist, at least 628 mAh battery. I didn't quite get 80 hours in my testing, but I did get a solid 48 to 60 hours even with heavy GPS use. That outclasses most of the watches in this category and is useful for backpackers and endurance athletes. It might not hold a candle to a top-of-the-line Garmin, but it's also a smarter watch for a fraction of the price. Battery life aside, Mobvoi's watches are a great alternative to the Fossil Gen 6, and the Pro 5 is a good option for fitness-focused people who aren't keen on giving up smart capabilities for a Garmin or Polar. It's also more durable than Fossil's fashion watches or the Pixel watch. This time around, Mobvoi has also added a digital crown so you don't have to worry about scrolling through menus with sweaty fingers. The flatter side button also reduces the risk of accidental presses.
At number 3.
Google Pixel Watch. That's because of ecosystems. Some features of Samsung's watches only work with Samsung phones. Broadly speaking, the Pixel Watch doesn't care what Android phone you have, you'll get the same experience regardless. That said, its call screening feature will only work if you pair it with a Tensor-equipped Pixel phone. It's a little disappointing, but compared to Samsung, the Pixel Watch 2 doesn't gatekeep health features based on what phone you have. It's also always going to have the latest updates to Google services like Google Maps, Google Wallet, YouTube Music, and Google Assistant because, well, it's Google's smartwatch. With the Pixel Watch 2, Google also added Calendar and Gmail to its list of supported apps. Speaking of which, buying the Pixel Watch 2 will also get you a 6-month trial of Fitbit Premium and a 1-month trial of YouTube Music.
Number 2 of my list.
Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. The switch to Wear OS means you're getting a much more robust third-party app experience than on Tizen-powered Samsung smartwatches, like the Galaxy Watch 3 and the Galaxy Watch Active lineup. You also get more flexibility on services than with any other Wear OS watch. For example, if you want to kick Bixby to the curb in favor of Google Assistant, you can. If you want a more in-depth look at how the Galaxy Watch 5 stacks up compared to the Pixel Watch in particular, you can check out our Versus video. The majority of the points still apply to the Watch 6, as not a whole lot has changed.
And number 1.
Samsung Galaxy Watch. If you have a Samsung phone, you'll get the most mileage out of a Samsung smartwatch. And of the 3 watches Samsung has in its current lineup, I recommend the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. First off, it's got a rotating physical bezel, and said bezel is now 15% thinner than the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. The updated design is sleeker than its predecessor, and the larger display is easier on the eyes and is only slightly bigger at 43mm and 47mm. I have small wrists, but the 47mm was still quite comfortable for everyday wear. It's launching with Wear OS 4, which adds extended battery life, and finally, cloud backups. One UI 5 watch also adds some minor health and sleep tracking improvements, but this will eventually make its way to older models. While I prefer the classic, the base Watch 6 model may be the better option if you want a smaller, lighter, sleeker, and cheaper smartwatch.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.